Right, we're good. We're good. We're all set up. We've got JDS versus the Cuban guy, whatever his name is. The guy that was in the UFC, but I can't remember his name. Dallas, the Spain. What was his first name again? Rebellious to Spain. I just have a feeling this is gonna be finished in like 2 seconds because it's like unless JDS comes out and just wrestles him, then I don't think it's gonna last out the first round. So is this just right? I think audio's good. Audio's all good. Just checking the audio. Yeah, JDS isn't. I don't think JDS gets out the first round. Like JDS is what 43, maybe he's something like that. Maybe older actually. I haven't checked, but he might be older. And the only problem with the Spain in the UFC was his takedown defense, that he'd just get taken down and just not be able to get back up. And I don't think JDS is gonna wrestle him. I just think he's gonna get. I if this goes, what's up my fucking bit rate? Um, if this goes anywhere more than 2 minutes, I'll be surprised, or more than a minute maybe. Just given the power of the Spain. Hey guys, hey whoever's in the chat. If this goes anything else, then if this goes over a minute, I'll be surprised. I'll be really surprised. The what was it? The hexagonal or the it's a bit of an oxymoron. The hexagonal octagon, the hexagonal ring is a bit strange as well because obviously people were saying it's like that's a pride thing or not pride, or one of them old promotions. I can't remember exactly, but yeah. So are you guys what who are you guys watching this Netflix card? If you are, then let me know. I just wanted to kind of tune in because it was like it's. I mean, UFC tonight is whatever. It's all right, but it's I don't know. Well, I just watch this just to see what it's like because I think it'll be kind of funny. This is like the Nate Diaz fight will be whatever Diaz Perry. I'd pick in that fight. I don't know. I'd maybe pick Mike Perry, but I have no idea. Right, they're doing the announcements for JDS and Despain. Something like that, right? Right. Here we go. All right, they're in the middle. Let's see it. Oh, this one will be kind of funny. Right, about to start the Spain versus JDS. This one, yeah, as I said, it's not going to go very long. I don't think. I don't think. Um, yeah. So 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Right in the center, Spain has that kind of karate style. Very patient. JDS is on the outside, kind of giving him a lot of looks. Body kick and left hook by Spain gets blocked. Or the kick hit in the body, but the left hook was what left right hand by Spain misses. Real leg kick by JDS. Spain stumbles for a second. Outside leg kick by Spain. Right hand, left hook. Spain lands a right hand and misses the left hook. Uppercut, feint by the Spain. The Spain really patient in the middle. JDS just kind of skirting on the outside left hook, and JDS goes for a shot. The Spain shrugs him off easily. Front kick by the Spain. Inside leg kick by JDS, and the Spain falls, gets up, and JDS misses the left hook. Outside leg kick by JDS. The Spain misses the right hand. Outside leg kick by the Spain. Really hard one, that. Two uppercuts missed by the Spain. Left hand misses from the Spain just. Or maybe it kind of grazed JDS. Right hand lands from JDS. The Spain misses an uppercut. The Spain misses a right hand. Outside leg kick from the Spain. JDS is kind of coming into this. Oh. Uppercut from the Spain and the right hand kind of stumbles JDM backwards. JDS. Little left hook lands from the Spain. JDS has a lot of he's kind of bleeding on his forehead. Oh, left hand, right hand by the Spain kind of really wobbles JDS. Looks like maybe, one more uppercut lands from the Spain. JDS looks like he's a bit hurt. Lands a jab. JDS does. Uppercut from JDS. Oh, left hand, right hand. Just the Spain just unloading head kick, covering up as JDS kind of circling away. He gets away back in the center. JDS looks hurt. Oh, left hand lands from the Spain, and he also falls from an inside leg kick from JDS. JDS's face is a mess already, and it's only we're halfway into the fight. Uppercut from the Spain just misses, or just maybe glances. JDS. Outside leg kick, weak as anything from JDS. JDS is now just on wobbly legs, like another big punch. Yeah, right hand, left hand. Oh my god! What the just 3-punch combination lands from the Spain and just sends JDS out cold. That was brutal. That was brutal. He just went. I was like ragdoll UFC 2 prime UFC 2 physics, ragdoll physics. JDS is out. He's out. Goes to the floor, and they have the camera on him. Oh my god, he is out. He doesn't know where he is. He's like looking up at the referee, looking up at the doctor, just like, what's going on. That was a crazy knockout. You know that was gonna happen though, because it was like, it's the Spain. The Spain's like a massive guy, and he's just like some freak of nature in terms of the power. Whoa, yeah, JDS just needs to hang up the gloves, like, bro, please hang them up, because that's the problem with these older guys. They'll get into these after the UFC, they retire and then they come out and go into some other boxing promotion or MMA promotion. Wait, here's the replay. Gee, oh my goodness, it was like a right hand, left hook, and then JDS is just there for the take, and just another big right hand from the Spain lands a huge right hand, just sends JDS out cold, flying to the ground. Jeez. Oh, that's brutal to watch. And his head hits against the fence. No. Oh, that was brutal. But anyway, what was I talking about? I was talking about the you'll see these older UFC fighters, like someone like JDS or whatever. Like who was the guy's name? Not Nogueira. Oh, I can't remember his name. The really old like UFC fighter, and he'd be in. Basically, they go to like a boxing promotion or MMA promotion after they've already retired because, I don't know, they run out of money, and they just get slept constantly. Like it happened with JDS. I think who did he fight again? He fought in that Khabib's promotion. Who did JDS fight? I can't remember who it was. And it was something weird happened, and it's like he got knocked out, and then you just see these guys get knocked out all the time. Can any of you remember who's that guy, that ex-UFC heavyweight who got? It's not Nogueira. It's, what was his name? It was the Brazilian guy who kept getting knocked out in boxing matches. Do any of you guys remember who that was? Because I can't remember his name. But right, here's the post-fight interview from the Spain. Oh, he's speaking Spanish. I can't even understand. He's talking in Spanish. Where is this fight again? California? I think it's California. Um, yeah, yeah. I don't know. He doesn't know English. I don't think. Does he live in America? I don't even know if the Spain lives in America. If he doesn't, then fair enough. But if he does, then it's like, bro, you come on, you got to learn some English. I don't think. I think he still lives in Cuba. He lives in Orlando, bruh. Speak some English, bro. Speak some English. You live in America. If you're living in uh, Colorado, is that what you said? Colorado? Yeah. It's like you gotta learn some English. Here's Hawaii with the post fight or the post fight interview. Are those all empty seats in the background? No way. All those lights. I don't know if you're watching the broadcast. See all those lights. Are those empty seats? Are people real like? I don't get the point because this is probably going to be caught. Like I didn't check the ticket prices for this event, but it's like it probably costs a lot of money to go to this event. Like it's got to be like a few $100s at least. And it's like if you're gonna go, I don't know why people would want to go to these things and just watch the main event. You'd want to go to like it's like even if it's for Ronda Rousey, like obviously me, I know like the fight's not gonna be that good. It'll be okay, but it won't be like great because it's two women. It's two like 40-year-old women fighting, and whatever. But it's Ronda Rousey. But it's still like you look at the rest of the card, and there is name value. There is Diaz. There is Mike Perry. There is who else is on the who else is the who's the yeah, Vigano, you have Ngannou on the card, and it's like, why would you not want to just go and watch the whole thing that you paid for? Like, go and watch the whole event because you know what I mean. I think those are empty seats. I want to say they're empty seats. Maybe they're not. I don't know how that arena works with those lights, but it's a bit weird. But yeah, it was a good knockout from Spain. You know, he's whatever. Like, he's a freak of nature, but however, he should just stick to karate combat and non UFC MMA, or just a different promotion other than the UFC because obviously in the UFC he just got taken down and that was it. Like who was it that took him down? It was Costa or whatever whoever it was. I think it was Costa. And after that they just cut him because otherwise, like if you can't get a knockout within like a minute, it's like what's the point? If he gets taken down, that's it. But so the Spain should just be like the lead guy for like karate combat. I think that'd be best for him. Yeah, that would be best for him because, as I said, he's not gonna get anywhere else in MMA. He wants a bonus, right? When fighters ask for bonuses when they're clearly given like a setup match, like that they know, like we all knew he was gonna win that fight. It's like if he gets a bonus, it's like maybe they might give it to him. I don't know. Like it's different with the UFC, where the UFC have like because the UFC are like an actual profitable business because they have. I get you could say it's a monopoly. They have the best stars and all that stuff, but it's kind of earned because the UFC does have the best promotion. And this Netflix thing, I said it in the video I made like a while ago, and it was that this will lose Netflix money probably. Most likely, this event is going to be operated at a loss for Netflix because Netflix are this billion-dollar company, so they can just keep funneling all this money. Like they're one of the richest companies in the world, and they can just funnel in this money because they have Ronda Rousey, and it's a Ronda Rousey thing. And it's look, is this like one in a or once not one in a lifetime, but once in a blue moon spectacle that they can use Ronda Rousey's name. But it's like since it's Netflix and since it's free because everyone has a Netflix account, no one's gonna. I don't really see anyone buying like the Netflix, buying a Netflix account because they're gonna be like, oh, the Ronda Rousey fight's on. Let's buy a Netflix account. Let's spend money on a month subscription on Netflix. Like that's not gonna happen. I don't really think many people. Maybe some people will do that. Maybe like you'll get what 50,000 people maybe do that, maybe like at maximum 50,000. I don't think anyone else is going to do that because, well, one, most people just have Netflix, and two, I don't think a lot of people would care that much. I would really hope that most people kind of think to themselves that, Ronda Rousey's old. She hasn't fought in MMA in what 10 years. When was her last fight? 2017 against Amanda Nunes. So what's that, 9 years ago? And it's like they're gonna be. I hope people think that 9 years later and she's almost 40 that she's not gonna be that good. And just because it's Ronda Rousey, it doesn't mean she's gonna be the Ronda Rousey of her come up and that she's gonna be knocking. To be fair, she might knock Gina Carano out. You know what I mean? Because Gina Carano hasn't fought in 17 years, which is crazy. She retired in 2009. I think it was 2009, and then had this whole different career of like acting. She was in The Mandalorian. She'd done some bunch of other stuff like just completely non-related to MMA. She gained a bunch of weight. There was the whole thing that she lost 100 pounds, which is good for her. She lost 100 pounds in the lead up to this fight to prepare for the fight, and it's like she's probably not going to be prepared. Like she's not going to look like an actual fighter. She's probably going to gas out in like maybe a couple rounds, or she's not going to be as energetic anyway. Because obviously, if you spend like nearly 2 decades out of competition, and you come back for one camp, it's like your one camp's not going to do anything. You know what I mean? It's like you're going to have to be really strict and stuff. But who knows what's going to happen? That's what I think is going to happen. But I think it's just going to be a bit of a, I don't know. It's the whole event, like, because the whole event just seems like some feminist propaganda, or not propaganda, but like this kind of, we're women, how Ronda Rousey was at the press conference being like, this is going to be the best thing ever because it's by us and it's by two women, and we're gonna stick it to the UFC because two women are main eventing, and it's like, bruh, it's like you guys haven't fought. One of you hasn't fought in almost 10 years. One of you hasn't fought in 17, and it's like a fight. It will be a good fight, probably not. They're probably gonna make it just, I don't know. It's not. It doesn't even feel like a fight. It feels like it's gonna be like some exhibition because Ronda Rousey and it's just made it like that. Like they're hugging at the weigh-ins, they're hugging at the press conference. What was it at the press or the weigh-ins or whatever? They had that face-off, and they're all in dresses, and I mean that was a bit strange. A sight to behold, if you know what I'm saying, and not a good one. But they were in the dresses. They were like making it some sort. They were. It felt more like some sort of just. They were just using Ronda Rousey's name to promote this, and or instead of it being an actual fight, because it's not going to be a fight. As I said, it's just going to be some sort of like exhibition fight, like Ronda Rousey, Gina Carano. As I said, they're old. They're not good at fighting anymore. Ronda Rousey was in the WWE, so and Ronda Rousey's going to win. I don't know how vicious she's going to be because the whole time Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano been acting like best friends. So I don't know if she instantly wants to hurt Gina Carano. I have no idea. And yeah, so I'm more looking forward to the undercard rather than the actual main event. So this is going to be not a drag. The main event is probably going to be a drag, but we'll see because it is just at the end of the day, it's a women's MMA fight. And if I want to watch women's MMA, I'll watch it in the UFC. I'm not going to watch it for Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano, who are almost 40 years old. Or one of them is 43, 42. Gina Carano's 42. But anyway, next fight is Saladin Parnasse. I never heard of him. And Kenneth Ross. He used to be in the UFC, I believe. I think I've heard of his name, definitely. I've heard of Kenneth Ross, but I'm not sure who the other guy is. Some French guy. Saladin Parnasse. Very French name, that, as we all know. Are they going to walk out? Are they in the cage? Can they please walk out? And the other thing, it's like with because what I've been speculating is like, well, Netflix, how many more MMA cards are Netflix gonna do? They might do. If Ngannou gets some brutal KO tonight, they'll probably do Ngannou versus some, I don't know, some random heavyweight. as like a main event for the next one, or maybe they'll. I don't know. You could get Ngannou or maybe do a Diaz main event, and I guess they could promote that. But I don't really see how many more Netflix MMA cards that they could do because it's like no one's really gonna watch it. And I assume they're gonna look at the analytics after this one and then determine maybe in the next week or two if they're gonna actually do another one because obviously I don't think they want to do it too much if it isn't really depends how much they're operating at a loss at. Depends how much money they're losing because of these events. Because this is a huge event. I mean, I'm watching it right now. I'm sure some of you might be watching it, and this looks like a lot of money went into it. So we need to see how many more Netflix cards there are after this. Obviously, we need to actually see the fights first, and you know, some of them are good, some of them are set, some of them are just like setup fights. So that one with the Spain, that's a clear setup fight. JDS is just JDS is he's an old man. The Spain was gonna win that fight anyway. So yeah. Here, can see whoever's in the chat. Can you tell me if the quality looks good because I'm not too sure. If the quality looks fine, please type a one. If it's bad, please just say it's bad. Just say it's good or bad. Because I am really confused by what my YouTube is showing me. So yeah, what was I going to talk about? I was gonna say something else. I can't remember what it was though. It was yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. My kind of thing for like, I just can't see the UFC. This is UFC glaze, I know, but the UFC is the best production, and I've said this countless times before. The UFC has the best production. That's why they're the number one organization. And a lot of the time, I just can't take a promotion seriously. See, when they have that stupid catwalk, when they have a catwalk leading up to the cage, and it's like, the fighters come out and they have all the fireworks and stuff like that, I just can't take it seriously because it just seems so. The catwalk thing seems so. Like, what would you call it? It's like too gimmicky, like it's a catwalk and stuff like that. Whereas the UFC, it's just like having to run through the crowd and stuff, and it just looks a lot more authentic, I guess you could say. Whereas the cat, do they have it as a cat? No, it's not a catwalk. Right, okay, right. I was about to say I couldn't see if it was a catwalk or not. The fighters were walking out on, but it's not. It's like just a closed off runway kind of section that's level with the ground. Oh, okay, that's fine. I thought it was a catwalk. I can't stand catwalks. Like you'll see regional promotions have catwalks, and I just think it looks really stupid. So that's something. So whatever. But here's this Saladin guy. I've never seen this guy before, so I'm gonna assume he's gonna win. He just looks like the more athletic guy. Uh, maybe because he's black, but I don't know. He looks like an MVP clone, like a French MVP clone. I don't know. Like he's got the hat on. He's got this dressing gown on, and yeah. What's this guy's record? I think this guy has like a decent record. So maybe if he gets this and maybe wins another fight after this, maybe he goes to the UFC. Who knows? But I need to see. I've never seen this guy fight. I'll be honest. I say that like it's embarrassing to admit that, but like I don't think many other people have seen this guy. So we'll need to see. Right. So he's doing the whole check thing. He's about to get in the cage. What I hope and I pray that doesn't happen tonight is how it's like in the boxing events where the like the Tyson Fury ones and it's like the Turkey Al Sheikh promotions. I really hope there's no like right before the main event some like performance. I really really hope there's not a performance by some like B-level celebrity musician because they take about half an hour because they want to make it, because they don't. The problem with a lot of these, non UFC gimmicky promotions like this one right now, like the Netflix one, is that they try and make it like a more of an event, and rather than like they make, let me rephrase that, they make it more like an entertainment event rather than like an event for the fights. And they'll have all these singers and they'll have all these celebrities and stuff like that they try making an event for entertainment for not just the fights but for everything else. Whereas the UFC is like, you know why you're here. You're here to see the best people fight and not some like gimmicky performance. Obviously they've done it before with like, well, they didn't really. I was gonna say they've done it before with McGregor, like when like McGregor would have the walkout and what was her name that would be singing, but that was during the walkout. Whereas like these ones will have like a halftime show. It will be like almost like a halftime show, but it will take half an hour, and it is generally like the most frustrating thing. I can't. I think it was when I watched a couple years ago. I watched Ngannou versus Fury, and I remember it was generally like, I think it was like 1 a.m. for me that the main event was about to start, and they had this like person singing for, I can't, was it Usher? I can't remember who it was, but it was, I don't think it was, because I didn't even know who they were, and they just took so long to start the main event, and I'm just like, just bring them out now. I don't want to wait. I don't know who this is. I'm here to watch the fight. I don't want to watch some performance by some no-name singer that I don't even know, that I don't, this music I don't even care about. Just send out the fighters. And that's the problem with these these non-UFC promotions. Or not, I shouldn't say non-UFC promotions, because it's like, did Bellator do that? Or rather, PFL don't do it. Cage Warriors don't do it. It's mainly these kind of like gimmicky, like Turkey Ala Sheikh, all those guys that will just have, yeah, they have so much money in the event that they'll just like put anything in it. They put singing, they'll put whatever. Right here, so these guys are in the cage. This Saladin guy, and then the other guy as well. Parsnip. No, I'm kidding. Not Parsnip. What was his name again? The white guy, the American guy. All right, fight's about to start. Let me get a drink of water really quickly. Round one. Right, about to start. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Touch gloves in the middle. Cross with a body kick. Lands. Parnassi has him down. Ground the pound. Crosses back up. Cross holding Parnassi against the fence. Cross going for a double leg. Parnassi is doing well to defend. Gets an arm under. Or gets an underhook rather. Cross gets Parnassi down. Parnassi gets a whizzer. They're back up in a clinch in the middle of the cage. Cross pushes Parnassi up to the fence. Just holding him there. Yeah, and just still holding him there. Parnassi going in for a double leg, gets him down, gets Cross down. They're kind of in a is it Parnas or Parnassi? I don't even know. Cross on the ground, kind of in a turtle position. He's back up now. Parnassi has an overhook on the left arm of Cross. Cross pushes Parnassi up against the fence. Just kind of holding him there. Not much going on. Oh, there's Jason Herzog as referee. I didn't even notice that. Cross just holding Parnassi against the cage. Parnassi going for a couple of knees. Doesn't really land. Parnassi just kind of still holding that overhook. Gets an underhook as well. And I thought they were about to separate. Parnassi kind of switches, or gets dominant position against the cage. Cross kind of having a knee shield, so Parnassi can't knee him. And they They get out of the clinch. So in the center, Parnassi in the center, Cross lands a jab, Parnassi lands one back. Parnassi, or Cross lands a right hand, misses. Parnassi lands a jab but misses the left hand. Oh, whoa. Parnassi lands it. Oh, they're swinging. Holy shit. Cross looks a bit wobbled. Took a step really weirdly. Goes in for a single leg. Cross holding Parnassi against the fence in a single leg. Still holding on to it. I think he's about to let go. Let's go. Just in the clinch up against with. Got Cross has one underhook. Gets switched. Parnassi holding Cross up against the fence. It's been a lot of this fight. Really boring this part, but that last part was pretty good. Parnassi goes for a single leg. Gets defended almost. Nope, he gets him down. Crosses down. Parnassi now looking for ground and pound on the floor. Cross is just kind of gives up his back. Nope. Parnassi and mount just kind of back of the headshots. Ref. Parnassi has his back. Gets a body triangle. Does Parnassi. Cross is just kind of holding. He's baseball batting Parnassi's left arm so he can't go for a rear naked choke. Just in the middle of the cage, Parnassi looks about to switch to mount. No. Parnassi has him flattened out almost. Cross is just getting shot. Ground the pound switches. Parnassi is like kind of going between mount and back take. Just kind of raining ground and pound shots. This looks like it could be stopped in a second. Yeah, Cross needs to. Oh. Parnassi has Cross's back, just unloading shots to the side of the head, and again and again. Jason Herzog's about to step in. Cross needs to get up, and he's up. Parnassi's about to unload, lands a right hand and right hook against the cage. Cross looks like he's almost done. Cross fires back. Body shot by Parnassi and ran the right hook to the face. Parnassi just holding Cross up against the fence. Oh, big uppercut to the body and to the hook to the head, and that's it done. Nice finish from Parnassi. That was good. TKO by Parnassi. That guy looks pretty good. You know, I need to check the credentials of Cross, but that was a decent fight. Like Parnassi didn't look like he was losing at any point, or looked like he could lose at any point. He looked pretty good. That was a good fight. Good fight, good finish. Round 1 finish. Cross looks quite defeated with himself, but you know he was firing back, and it's like he just got caught. So it's not like he got caught, but he got kind of just got the pepper put on him. So sucks for him, but this guy wins. Maybe this guy's the next Cyril Gann. What weight class was this? Lightweight? I need to check. I can't remember what featherweight, lightweight. Looks like lightweight. Parnasse. What was I saying? Parnassi? I think his name's Parnasse. Good fight though, but now we need to wait about 10 years for the next one. Who's the next fight again? Yeah, Cross done well to get up because he was like on the ground and like flattened out almost and just getting like shots to the side of the head from Parnasse, and he did do well to get back up, but then it was just like, you know, he's up, but then he was also hurt, and Parnasse just could do whatever he wanted to could just do to Cross whatever he wanted to. What's the next fight? Oh shit, it's the Ngannou fight next. Let's go. It's the Ngannou fight next. Yes, he's gonna absolutely destroy Lins. This is Philip Lin's last day on this planet. He is about to get Ngannou'd. He's about to get hit with a car. Lins is on his motorbike, just riding down the road, and Ngannou's coming in his Ford Escort, about to hit him, going at 100 miles an hour. And then Ngannou's about to pay for his hospital bills. Can't say that. That's bad. Remember that? Was that last year when Ngannou done that? I think it was like last October, November. I think I made a video about it. Did I? No, I did. Did I make a video about that? I can't remember, but Ngannou's about to just, you know, destroy Philip Lins. So yeah, it's been good fights so far. To be fair, like this kind of main card section has been decent. You've had the Spain get a knockout in like 2 minutes. This fight was pretty good. This was a pretty entertaining fight. And next fight's Ngannou, so we're gonna get Ngannou just absolutely Ngannou by and Ngannou's gonna. Why is there Jake? Why is Jake Paul got his own little section? No, on the broadcast, Jake Paul was in his little section with his wife, I presume, and it's like he's in his own. What the heck? To be fair, doesn't Jake Paul own that MVP promotion or like semi owns it or something? That's kind of funny. To see Jake Paul at the corner of my eye. I think he owns MVP promotion, most valuable promotion, or he has a large share in it, or large, yeah, whatever. Why is there so many people in the ring? That's so annoying. I hate that when you see that. There's a bit of a million people. It's like a boxing thing where it's like after the fight, there's like 10 million people in the ring. Just Jake Paul's in the ring. Why is Jake Paul in the ring? There you go. Parnas wins. Parnas wins by round one TKO. He looks decent. Wait, what was his record again? I need to check it. But anyway, he looked decent. He looked whatever. So I guess we'll see. Maybe he gets into the UFC. Maybe he's the next French guy in the UFC. Is my audio working? Please tell my audio is working. Is my audio working? Can someone tell me, please? Okay, it's working. Right, nice. I think so. Can someone tell me if my sound is synced in the chat, please? That would really help. Can someone just type in the chat, please, if my audio is synced? I really can't tell right now. Um. Okay, it's working. Okay, we're good. We're good. I just had to read. My studio was all messed up. I think it was anyway. The heck? What is? Oh right. No, never mind. It's cool. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. That's actually really annoying. Why is that a thing? Okay, we're good. We're good. All right. He's doing his post-fight thing. No one speaks English. Not a single winner in this main card speaks English. Oh no, he does. Right. Okay. He was just wanting to say it in French. Whatever. 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 Is bro about to take off his shorts? Can he stop doing that with his hands on his shorts? He's doing that thing where you just put your thumbs down your waistband, and it's like he's a bro's trying to res up the camera. Bro's trying to res up the camera. Croissant, croissant, croissant. What is this guy's? I'm actually gonna check up this guy's record because I'm actually kind of curious. I missed it. Parnassi. He's 22-2. What? Why the hell is he on the Netflix card? Where's it? Why is this guy not in the UFC? He was at yeah, it's lightweight. Oh, he was at KSW. What? Bruh, what is this? That promotion, what the heck? By Hawani. Yeah, this guy's 22-2. Last lost just almost or like 2.5 years ago, lost a unanimous decision. Yeah, this guy's actually I mean this guy's somewhat decent. Like his opponents have a Kevin Cross was 17-4. The guy before that 31-10, 25-9, 12-5, 30-8. The guy he lost against was 14-0. Or is 14-0. Was this guy still 14-0? This guy's 19-1. Holy shit. Bartoszynski. Barton Bartozing. Yeah. Yeah, this guy looks pretty good. Yeah, get him in the get him in the UFC. What the heck? Why is this guy on the Netflix card? He's 22-2 on the Netflix card. Like, get him in the UFC. Oh, hurry up! Just get Ngannou. I just want to see Ngannou knock out Lins. As I said, Ngannou's driving the Ford. Ngannou's driving the Ford Escort. Is about to crash into Philip Lins on his motorcycle, and then Ngannou's gonna be like, I need to. I don't know. I have a feeling like, oh yeah, fuck. I just forgot. Like, please tell me Dana White announces McGregor versus Holloway. I hope that happens because everyone's like thinking. I said in the video the other day that McGregor's gonna, or sorry, Dana White's gonna announce McGregor Holloway during this event to take away from the kind of take away the hype from it and just kind of make it all about the UFC again instead of this, because obviously the whole time, Ronda Rousey and I guess the whole everyone kind of involved in this Netflix card has kind of been throwing a bit of shade at the UFC because that's just, I guess that's popular to do. Even though I do it, it's valid because I actually come up with really good points, whereas these guys are just like, the UFC is like some capitalist monopoly, and it's like, yeah, 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 get the socialist stuff out of here. I come up with it because I want the thing to be better, whereas like everyone's just like, you don't. Everyone's like to the UFC, you guys don't pay enough money, and it's like, what do you want? It's the UFC. You know who runs the UFC? You're not gonna get. They're not very good with, or they're not very good at giving out money. Getting money, yeah, but giving it out, maybe not so much, unless you're like a massive superstar. But the thing is, even though people will fight in the UFC, like good, like you have good performances, you have good fighters. It is just all up to personality, and it's how much you bring in. Because obviously, it's like anything. It's just you need to make yourself marketable to the UFC, and that's not just through fighting. That's also through your character, your mic skills, because I think Sean O'Malley has to be one of the best examples of that. Like the UFC tried to push Sean O'Malley so much. Like everyone remembers the come up of Sean O'Malley, where Sean O'Malley was just getting pushed. He was getting or pushed in terms of he was getting these can fights because he was the next McGregor and he's O'Malley. He's got an Irish name. That's kind of like McGregor, and it's like it just basically he was the second coming of McGregor. He's a striker and all that stuff, and he just got pushed up to the top. And then I think because the UFC seen during that 2021, 22, 23 era, before Pereira, before Topuria, they did have this drought of superstars where there was just no one. There was no one. You had Adesanya, but Adesanya was having terrible performances. Like he was just point striking. And the UFC tried to manufacture a star in O'Malley. And don't get me wrong, O'Malley's fight style is really entertaining to watch, but his microphone skills outside the cage are just dog shit. They are terrible. You will see every press conference O'Malley just kind of has these forced interactions, or rather these forced lines that aren't funny. And I think the UFC kind of knew that, and they were like, UFC were sitting here like, what? just like when's the next guy gonna come along? And then fortunately we have Pereira and Topuria now, and O'Malley's getting Ayman Zahabi, and at the press conference the other day or whatever last week, O'Malley didn't get asked a single question because no one cares about O'Malley anymore because yeah, he lost to Piotr Yan, or not Piotr Yan, he lost to Marab twice, and it's like he's not anywhere really near a title shot. He probably needs to win his next fight and at least the fight after that to get anywhere near a title shot. But it's just like, the kind of whole gimmick of O'Malley's kind of run its course and no one really cares anymore. We want destroyers like Topuria, like Pereira. They're kind of what makes the sport a lot more enjoyable to watch. So yeah. Yeah, so what was my point again? Talking about the UFC being labeled as like this capitalist thing, I guess. So yeah, that's whatever. Yo, someone type in chat. Who's watching? Hey, whoever's watching, can I get a hey in chat? Uh, yeah. So what is this "we'll be right back" thing? It's like who are they advertising that to? Because is that like a advertisement break or something? But there's no adverts, and I'm only watching on Netflix, so it's like, and this is only being streamed on Netflix, I presume. So it's like, what is this "be right back" thing? Why don't they just like use the panel or something? Yeah. So anyway, yeah. Right. Who's not Ngannou versus Lynch? Yeah. Is it? Yeah. Okay. Ngannou's gonna. This is gonna be a massacre. That Lynch is not ready for this. Lynch is just. This is gonna be like an absolute just. Can't say the word, but Ngannou's gonna be a beast. He's gonna take Philip Lynch by the neck and drag him to the alleyway, and Philip Lynch is gonna come out the fight walking a bit strange. He's gonna have a sore backside, and Gannon's just gonna just have his way with him. He's gonna have to go to therapy after this. I wonder how much Gannon's getting paid for this. He's probably getting paid like actually no, he's I don't know, a couple mil maybe a couple mil for Ngannou, maybe a mil, maybe two, because it's like after after his PFL and Tyson Fury fight and stuff like that. It's like and his Anthony Joshua fight. They will have seen the numbers and they're probably very low for what Ngannou was originally asking for. Like, remember when Ngannou was like, what was his PFL contract? He's gonna get 15 million, and he's gonna. Why my hair keep coming down? He's gonna get 15 million contract per fight. Obviously, he only fought once against what was the guy's name? Ferreira, something like that. Henan Ferreira, and yeah, and that was the whole thing because it was like when Ngannou broke with the UFC, he was just gonna be like, he broke with the UFC because he said that he wasn't getting paid what he's worth, and that's why the UFC or the PFL cut this absolutely stupid deal, which I assure you they regret doing, where they gave Ngannou like, was it 15 mil or was it 10 mil? How much was it again? It was like 10 mil maybe the 15 I'm getting from Conor Ben, but it was like 10 mil or something. It was like whatever, 8 digits or something, 8 figures, and yeah, the UFC or the PFL will regret that dearly, and because they didn't get anything out of that. What was it that the Ngannou? Ferreira thing at the PFL done like 30,000 pay per view buys, and it's like that was not worth it for them. So I assume that Netflix have been like, right, Ngannou, you're not worth that much. We'll give you a mil because you're Ngannou, and it's like whatever because we can afford to throw away a mil. So take a mil. We'll give you a mil, and you can knock out Philip Lindsay, and we can just use you as like some sort of promotable star because he's never. Isn't Ngannou gonna go back to the UFC? Probably not. Ngannou's like what, mid 30s at this point. He get. I don't think he'd go back to the UFC. I don't know if Dana White would even. I don't know if Dana White would even want him back in the UFC because he's not worth anything. He's run his course. He ruined his whole career by going to the PFL and just leaving the UFC. So, and at heavyweight, he'd probably. Does he even beat anyone in the top five? I don't know. Does he beat Josh Hawkett? Maybe. Does he beat Aspinall? No. Does he beat Gan? I mean, he beat Gan already. Closely. I mean, Gan maybe should have won that fight, but like, did he beat him again? Probably not. I have no idea. Like, and Gan is one of those fighters where it's like, he is powerful, don't get me wrong, but it's like, you just can't really predict what he's going to do. So, it's like, whatever, but yeah, the Diaz Petty fight will be good. That would be a good fight. When's the last time Nate Diaz fought? He fought, was it the Jake Paul fight? Was that last time Nate Diaz fought? No, I can't remember actually. It may have been a while ago. It might have been like a year or 2 years ago. So it's like whatever. Who the hell are these guys on this broadcast? Who are these celebrities? He just said like Ngunu. I'm like, I don't even know who that was. Right, here they are. Ngannou and Lynn's about to walk out. And yeah. What are they doing in the ring? Why is the announcer standing in the middle? Ngannou's 30. Holy shit, I didn't realise Ngannou's that old. Ngannou's 39. And Lynn's is 40. Jeez. And I forgot, there's a £30 weight, a £37 weight discrepancy. That's crazy. That is insane. Yeah, Ngannou's gonna destroy him. Ngannou's gonna imagine Ngannou gets knocked out. That'd be crazy though. But no, Ngannou's gonna destroy Philip Lins. I can already see it. It's gonna be like in like a minute or two. Because it's like Philip Lins is old. I mean, he's not got a terrible record. 18-5 for a heavyweight is actually not terrible, but it's not in like he. How many fights did he have in the UFC? Let me check. I think you call him Felipe Lins. Felipe Lins. Here we go. Felipe Lins. He he was 4-2 in the UFC. Why the hell did he leave? Why did he leave the UFC? What the heck? Wait, what? Yeah, 4-2, and he was on a 4-fight win streak. Why did he leave? I think did they not just have boring fights in the UFC? Call him. I actually can't remember why he left the UFC, but that's kind of crazy though. Regardless, I still think he's gonna lose because he's 40 and it's like it's Ngannou. I think Ngannou is just Ngannou. Like Ngannou just has that Mongoloid strength, so Mongoloid knockout power. He just does whatever he wants to you. So it's like, GG, GG. You're fighting Ngannou. But if this guy wins, it's like, good on him, I guess. If this guy wins, Ngannou's done for. That's Ngannou over. He should just never fight again. Ngannou's career is on the line. Yeah, so Ngannou, right? Can you hurry up with these walkouts? The walkout, okay. To be fair, these walkouts actually look kind of cool. I like that kind of a bit on the side, but regardless, the UFC's got the best walkouts just because of the whole like. It does kind of hit differently, like when it's like a UFC, it's like a big fight, and the guys like run into the cage. You have the fighter run into the cage because they're just hyped for the fight. And it's like because the camera's like backtracking while they're kind of coming up. It just looks really cool. But this looks good too. I mean, this is a you can kind of see the promotion in this looks a lot better than usual like non UFC events because usually non UFC events just look terrible in terms of promotion, but this one isn't terrible. This one actually looks decent. They've kind of done a good thing. They've upgraded it, right? Philip Lins is getting the Vaseline. He's getting oiled up on the side. He looks confident. He does not look nervous at all. Maybe it's because it's an older Ngannou. He's been knocked out and stuff like that. But we'll need to see what he's looking like when he walks out. But Philip Lins looks really confident. Maybe he should be. Maybe he should be. I mean, Ngannou's not fought in what like. When was Ngannou's fight? No, was that 2024? Holy moly, that was time's gone by fast. Ngannou last fought in like what fall, autumn of 2024, if I'm correct. He got knocked out by Anthony Joshua in March 2024, if memory serves me correctly. And, he fought Tyson Fury October 2023 and then fought Joshua. Like, everyone was like, he got robbed, and Gano should have been the heavyweight champion. And then he fought Joshua, got absolutely like hornswoggled by Joshua, and then came back, fought Henry Ferreira. I think it was only like what 5 months later, 4 months, 5 months later, and then he hasn't fought since. So yeah, I'm excited to see what he does. Because even though he's old, it's still Ngannou. It's still going to be fun to watch him. He does look old. Like I'm looking at the kind of promotion they have running right now, and it's like Ngannou with a beard. He looks old. Yeah, and the height disadvantage is crazy. Ngannou's massive. I think Lins is probably just gonna wrestle him. Let's be honest, but who knows? Here's Ngannou with the boxing. Oh jeez, what is with the polymarket chain? What is with that? See that polymarket chain? Who had it on again? It was like Anthony Joshua had it on, or no, not Anthony Joshua. Jake Paul had it on. Jake Paul was wearing it. I don't know. The polymarket thing. I just can't get behind too much because that whole like, oh, let's ice out the polymarket logo and stuff like that. And it's like, why? It's like just I'd rather they just stuck it on his vest or stuck it on his walkout gear and stuff like that instead of having this big stupid chain. Yo, and Ngannou looks Ngannou with a full beard kind of looks a bit better. Didn't Ngannou get a hair transplant? It's not really working for him anymore. It's kind of gone now. Yeah, so here's Ngannou hugging his coaches. He's about to get in the ring. We're about to see I think we're about to see a massacre. I'm not too sure. I mean, Philip Lindsay's kind of put a bit doubt in my head if Ngannou is going to win. Because I just completely forgot about Felipe Lins. I keep calling him Philip. Felipe Lins' record kind of put a bit of doubt in me when I checked it a couple minutes ago. Because I think he did just get released from the. He was on a he's on a 4 fight win streak in the UFC, and he just left. I think the UFC just caught him. I can't exactly remember, but yeah, he's decent. But we're about to see if that holds up because he has been out for 2 years. And Ngannou last fought 2 years ago, or almost, or like a year and a half ago. So yeah, we're about to see it. Yo, Dana White confirmed that McGregor versus Holloway. Let's go. Wait, did he? Oh, did I just get baited? I just got baited. I just got baited hard. Ah, damn, I just got baited. What the fuck? Wait, is it? I think I might just got baited on Twitter. No, he did. No, he did confirm it. Where is it? Here's the clip. Wait. Yeah, he just Dana White just confirmed. Yeah, he just confirmed. Dana White just confirmed McGregor versus Holloway at UFC 329 International Fight Week. Paddy Pimblett versus BSD. I mean, we kind of knew that already. Has he been shown on the UFC one? Where they're about to start fighting, but give me a second. Yes, they just announced it right now. The post is up. Holy moly, McGregor versus Holloway too. Yo, let's go. Let's go. Right, I need to make 2 videos after this. Oh, did I make a video like that? Did I make a video? Yo, let's go. McGregor versus Holloway has been announced. Finally. And it is the main event. And it's at welterweight. That's crazy. That whoever that source was on the New York Post that I made the video about yesterday is like, whew, they were right. They were right. I was right. I was right in making that video because it was like, is it gonna get announced? Is it not? Let's go. All right, they're announcing Ngannou. I'm gonna make I might just make the video after this fight because it's like whatever. Yeah, that we knew that was gonna happen. That's crazy. He didn't. He didn't. He announced it right before the Ngannou fight. That's so funny because he just hates Ngannou so much. All right, here we go. Ngannou versus Felipe Lins. Ngannou hard leg kick makes Lins kind of go backwards. Very patient Ngannou wearing the kind of ripped shorts. Oh, left hand lands from Ngannou. Body kick lands from Ngannou. Lins goes in for a takedown. Ngannou has Lins in a headlock. Lins is just holding Ngannou up against the cage. Still holding him up against the cage. Kind of not really much going on here. Maybe Lins is just. That's what I said. Lins is probably going to try and like just take Ngannou down. Just maybe hold him, kind of gas him out. This is 5 round. I didn't realize this was a 5 round fight. This is a 5 round fight. I didn't even know. I thought it was a 3 round fight. Right, the break. Here we go. Herb Dean standing real close. Ngannou misses a leg kick. Lins lands the leg kick back. Ngannou left hook stumbles Lins. Lins is on wobbly legs, and here we go. Lins goes in for a takedown. Ngannou stuffs it. Ngannou going for uppercuts, and oh, that's it. That's it. It's ground and pound. Ngannou's on top and closed guard. Ngannou about to just rain down shots on Lins. Misses the elbow and ground the pound. Lins just body locking, just trying to survive here. Still 3 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Ngannou in top position, just up against the cage. Lins just trying to survive. Ngannou lands a shot to the side of the head. Ngannou kind of postures up. Looks like he's about to start raining down shots in a second. Lins is doing a good job of grabbing wrist. Lins gets to a single leg nope, and Ngannou kind of shrugs him off. Lins is getting back up. He's back up. He's wobbly. Ngannou's just headhunting right now. Lins is trying to just survive, like circling away. Ngannou has center of the cage. Head kick misses by Ngannou. Right hand by Lins. Oh, Lins is just his head just for the taking. Ngannou's kind of being very patient as Ngannou is. Ngannou misses left hook. Lins lands one back. Ngannou lands a jab, or rather right hand, sorry. Lins looks so rocked right now. Ngannou misses a right hand. Lins kind of goes in for a clinch. 2 minutes left. Ngannou has Lins up against the cage in a clinch. Jeez. Ngannou going for a couple uppercuts to the body. And again. More like hooks to the body. Hooks to the kind of ribs. Uppercut to the body there. Against the cage. And again. And again. I think is Ngannou gassed? Felipe Lins is definitely gassed. Ngannou looks like he's just kind of taking a breather, because Ngannou could just start like raining shots, but obviously he doesn't want to risk it, I guess. Uppercut to the body from Ngannou. Lins is grabbing Ngannou's leg. Oh, Ngannou's just unloading to the body, like big hard shots, like periodically. To Lins's body. Ooh. Lins goes for an outside trip, doesn't get it, and Ngannou shrugs him off, still against the cage. Uppercut from Ngannou. Another uppercut to the body from Ngannou. Lins gets dominant position against the cage. 43 seconds left. Ngannou misses a elbow off the break. Here comes Lins, misses a right hand and a left. They're in the centre. Lins goes in for a left hand, misses. Ngannou goes in for uppercut. Oh my goodness, left hook just completely folds Lins and he's out. Jeez, what a finish from Ngannou. Lins does not know where he is. He just got absolutely sent to the Shadow Realm. Jeez, there you go. One shot from Ngannou just ends the whole thing. Good from Ngannou, good performance. Or it was an alright performance, but he does just kind of. It's Ngannou fight, you know. Ngannou can have a mismatch. Ngannou can have like a mediocre performance, then just like whip out a hook from nowhere and just gets the finish. So there you go. Nice from Ngannou. But I might go make. Should I make this a McGregor video really quickly and then come back in the stream and watch in time for the main event? I might do that. That might be the reason. Should I? What's going on? What's Twitter saying? Okay, right. Yeah, I'm gonna go make this video right now, but I'll come back for the main event. So I'll see you in like half an hour.